Hey viewers, my name's Kara. You're watching my second channel, Kara Mia Witch, and today we are doing a Sims 4 tier maker video. Bit of backstory. I never owned The Sims myself as a kid, played it in the early years with friends who had it at their houses. Mostly I just got to watch them play. So I never actually owned the game myself until a handful of years ago when I was living with someone else and we were sharing an account. But now I'm living in a different place. I no longer share that account. So I finally made my own account and I'm basically starting over from base game only. And I thought it would be fun, before I ever get around to purchasing any more packs, to make a tier list to talk about what packs I want to get first, second, maybe not until later. So you might notice my categories here on the tier list are a little bit different than you might normally see. I actually first recorded this video months ago and I'm re-recording it. There was some issues with the tech of that, but also since I recorded that video, we've gotten more packs, of course. This is now updated with all of the packs, including I added the logo today for the new expansion pack that was just announced. I'm recording this on November 2nd, 2023. They just announced the For Rent expansion pack, so I added this one. Oh, I just noticed you can't see my cursor. This one here. If I move it around, you can see the cursor. There you go. Now you can see it. Why wasn't that showing up a second ago? Anyway, so this is one that is created by Maddie, I guess that's how it works. This is the Sims 4 packs update September 2023 with Home Chef Hustle tier list, and then I just added that one, as I said. So I did this before, right after Horse Ranch was announced. So since then, we've gotten 2 more kits, Home Chef Hustle, and they just announced For Rent. But last time I did this, I realized I started with just get it first, like it, I might enjoy it, I probably wouldn't use it, and I'm really not interested at all. I ended up creating this additional sort of middle range category for I might use this when I get more into family gameplay. You'll see what I mean as I go through. They're in a category of their own to me. So let's go ahead and get started. Obviously the base game, get it first. Base game is free now. Second thing, go ahead and get the free holiday stuff collection pack, whatever. It's not a stuff pack. It's a little free collection of holiday things. Those are the only 2 things that you now get for free. Those are the things that I have in my game. Let's also definitely mention right now that I am a simmer on a budget. I am not going to be a completionist about this. I'm not aiming to get every single pack. I am very much someone who certain packs are going to be my style, certain ones are not. It's not to say that I don't like things about them, or that's why I have categories where like I could enjoy having that, or maybe when I get more into that type of gameplay. But very much so, I'm looking at, like, on a budget and with my gameplay style and what I enjoy, what would I like to get first, second, you know, whatever. I watch a few different simmers. I watch Lil Simsy, James Turner, Dr. Gluon, and Plumbella most of all. Of course, I know a smattering of a bunch of other simmers through those people, but those 4 are the top 4 that I tend to watch. So, for example, Kayla's always talking about not being much of an occult simmer. Plumbella, Jessie, on the other hand, loves the occult sims. I'm going to be an occult sim person. I mean, let's just think about it for a second. I am Cute Witch. This is Kara Mia Witch. This channel, my other channel is Cute Witch 772. So, witches, spellcasters, definitely. When I had The Sims 4 before, when I was sharing it, the first things that I got were, literally, I know this is going to be immediately controversial. Spooky stuff is one of the first things I got, and Realm of Magic. And I would do that again. That is what is going to happen. I really wanted to just recently get the Halloween bundle that was just offered, which would have been vampires, werewolves, and spooky stuff. However, I apparently waited a little too long for that bundle. I was debating a little too long. It said that it was good through November 2nd, and today is November 2nd, but when I went on this morning, it said it was no longer available. So I must have misinterpreted and thought it meant that was the last day to get it, but instead they must have meant like midnight going into the second or something. I don't know. So that was confusing, but that would have been a bundle with these three right here: spooky stuff, vampires, werewolves. Definitely gonna get those. And Realm of Magic. I know, there's problems with all of these, especially the older ones. Not everybody likes these. However, this is my shit. I think even just right here, you get a pretty good sense of what kind of Sims gameplay I'm gonna be going for. The other thing, again, because I used to play this and I had a smattering of packs that myself and the person that I used to live with wanted to play, they chose some packs to get that I wouldn't have necessarily chosen to get right away. So I have gotten to play with a few things that I might not have chosen for myself. I had dressed up my self-sim with all the packs that we had at the time. And Outdoor Retreat is not only also like right in with my style, very nature, very let's hang out in the woods, go camping, the herbalism skill. Like, I'm so excited to play with that because I actually never played that before when I had access to these. And the way that it ties into the sort of magical gameplay of Realm of Magic for me is amazing. But in addition to that, so many of the Create-A-Sim items that I used to create my self-sim are from Outdoor Retreat. Like, some of the specific ponytails and the pigtail braids, I didn't really notice it until recently. I was starting to redo my self-sim now that I have my own game again and I'm starting over. And I was like, a lot of the things that I liked were from Outdoor Retreat. Also, cloud gazing and moonbathing, that was werewolves. Stargazing. Cloud gazing and stargazing interactions come from Outdoor Retreat. I know I was watching Simmer's Let's Plays for years before I realized that cloud gazing was from Outdoor Retreat, because everybody just had it. Everybody that I watched had it. And spooky stuff is actually what adds Spooky Day to your game calendar as a holiday. So if you have seasons and you have the calendar, which now, like, the calendar is base game, having stuff on the calendar is base game. But if you have seasons and you have those other holidays, but you don't have spooky stuff, I'm pretty sure you don't get Spooky Day. So the sort of cross-pack interactions and integrations are very interesting. If I'm wrong about that, someone I'm sure will let me know, but that is my impression. But I really like the candy bowl. I really like some of the decorations. Yeah. Let's do the other stuff packs, though. The other stuff packs that I would get right away. I'm sure that y'all saw this coming. Paranormal stuff. Fantastic. That is the second and most recent stuff pack that we got. It was the last stuff pack that we got before all the kits started happening. I mean, objectively, it is better than spooky stuff. We know this. The gameplay aspects of it, I love everything about it. So yeah, definitely those. And then Tiny Living is the other stuff pack that I would get right away. I played with it before. I really enjoyed having it. I like the smaller footprint items to be able to actually create tinier spaces. The tiny home lot type. Kind of to go along with that, when I got Tiny Living before, I got it around the same time, or at the same time, as getting Eco Lifestyle. And those two also go together really well in my mind. I was creating eco tiny homes, and actually I got, I think I just got all of these at the same time. Like, when all four of them were out, I think I got all four of those, because one of the first things I built was an eco witch tiny home. So stuff like that, yeah, absolutely. This is like, after months and months of thinking about this, I've narrowed it down to like, those are the top 3 stuff packs that I want, top 4 game packs, and I have a top 4 expansion packs as well. So cats and dogs, because I want to have cats and dogs in my game, absolutely. Along with that, cottage living, the animals, the gameplay, the British countryside sort of cottagey vibe style of it, love, and then seasons. I would get seasons, but honestly, for me, the biggest draw of seasons is the calendar and the holidays. I enjoyed playing without it for a while last time, and I'm playing without it again right now, so I don't have to worry about the weather, I don't have to worry about my plants, but I do love the build mode items, I love the style, I love some of the gameplay. Those are the things that I would get first and foremost. I think now let's go through and finish the rest of the expansion packs, and just kind of in order. So the first expansion pack that actually ever came out for The Sims was Get to Work. I have played with it before, because it's one of the ones that we had at the previous house and previous account. So I've played some of it. I've seen people play with it. I feel like, for me personally, the scientist career and the whole alien subplot piece of Get to Work is definitely the coolest thing, and I would probably enjoy playing with that quite a bit. Otherwise, however, I probably wouldn't use this that much, and I'm perfectly comfortable not having it in my game for a while. The one that came out after that is Get Together, and I think the club's gameplay is really compelling. I would enjoy playing with that for those types of features. I need to remind myself, actually, like, what comes with it. So I'm looking at it quickly in the other window. Oh, yeah, Get Together has one of my favorite build styles, that sort of, like, Tudor cottage look. So yeah, it wouldn't be the first thing that I spend my money on, but I could really enjoy having that for both gameplay and I love the build mode. The one that came out after that is City Living. I'm going to put that right there as well, kind of the same thing. There's some really fun gameplay that comes with City Living. There is, well, before Eco Lifestyle, City Living was the only place that people got apartment gameplay, but Eco Lifestyle included apartments. So I was able to play with apartments before, even though I did not have City Living, because they added the sum to Eco Lifestyle, as well as having the like selling table, market table. But I think the world is really cool. The festivals are really cool. The style of it is very cool. The next one that came out after that, the next expansion pack that was, where is it in our little list here? Oh, duh. The next one was Cats and Dogs. It's already up there because it's already in my top tier. It's already in Get It First. After Cats and Dogs, the next expansion was Seasons, so we've already got that there. The next expansion following that was Get Famous, which is this little director's chair. Now, I actually have a degree in theater arts, so not film, but stage, acting, directing, stage managing, tech stuff. My program allowed me to do a little bit of everything. So I think Get Famous is really fun for that aspect of it, that it like incorporates acting, which is a thing that I like. And I think it might be fun if you could have also been the director and not just always be an actor. The whole like fame system of it, I don't know if I would use it that much. So, but I don't really want to put it down here. I'm going to remind myself of what else comes in it real quick. Lots of costumes and makeup type things, the movie set build items, the gold gilded stuff. Oh, it's also got the kind of like mid-century modern stuff. Like, yeah, it's definitely not a top priority for me, but might be fun. I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling, is this a I could enjoy having it, or is this a I really wouldn't use it that much? I feel like if this was a I really wouldn't use it that much, then that's the same for City Living. So for now, I'm going to leave it there. After that, the next expansion pack was Island Living. Island Living is the only expansion that has an occult type other than Get to Work having aliens. But as far as like the vampires, the werewolves, the spellcasters, that's all in game packs. So that's kind of interesting. The island world, it's beautiful. We've got mermaids. They've got issues, but they're also pretty cool. I have some friends who are really into mermaids. I feel like it's one of the things I would get before I would get these other ones. Partly because of the mermaids, partly because of the island world. As you can see, everything else that I have up here does not have that type of representation in it. So I think it would be very good to have. I like it. None of these are perfect. They've all got issues. Sims 4 is bugs galore. But for those reasons, I'm putting it in like it for myself. Oh my gosh, the expansion pack that came out after Island Living was Discover University. Wow, I've completely lost track. And then after that, it's Eco Lifestyle, which is already up here. So Discover University is going to be the first one in our category of I might use this when I get more into family gameplay. Because, okay, on the old account that I was playing, I did start a legacy challenge, but I didn't have that much time to be playing it, and then I moved and I have to start all over. I do have my game saves though, so I'm going to see if I can restart that one and just, adjust it to base game. But anyway, for example, I started that, I had an adult, and then my child was just like a toddler, I think, by the time I had paused playing it. Until I get more hours into playing with families and aging Sims and playing with them at all different ages. I am not worried about sending anybody to university. And when we get there, it's going to be the same thing with high school years, stuff like that. Not that they're bad. I think they're very cool. There's a lot of awesome stuff in these packs, but just for me, I'm not going to worry about spending my money on them until I've done enough family gameplay that I get to the point where I'm like, I really want to take my Sims to university. I'm just not at that point yet because I'm kind of starting all over and I haven't had all of the time to play and get to the point where I'm like, I need more. You know what I mean? So Eco Lifestyle, we already have up there. After that, it was Snowy Escape. Okay, so I have played with Snowy Escape a little bit. It's fun. I really like the world. I really like a lot of the build mode items. I love the cultural representation. Snowy Escape is a really cool world. Also, because if you don't have seasons, you still get snow in Mount Komorebi, so there's still a little bit of snow gameplay that is not tied to having seasons. That's exciting. Yeah, I really enjoyed playing with Snowy Escape, and I would enjoy playing with it again, and I would probably get that before some of these others. Next one after that was Cottage Living, which is already up here. After that was High School Years. Where are you? There we go. We're going to put that in maybe when I get more into family gameplay, because same reason here. Like, I haven't played with children and teens enough yet at all to feel like I really want that additional gameplay for them. That is where I'm coming from on those. Growing Together was after that. Again, beautiful, amazing, awesome stuff for family gameplay, for different generations, for different life stages, but I'm just not there yet. And then after that, we had Horse Ranch. I like Horse Ranch. I think it looks so good. I've been watching people play it. Yes, it has bugs. All of these do, even if they're years old, and this one's relatively new. But my mom actually had me set her up with the Sims base game because it's free, and that was shortly before Horse Ranch was announced. And I told her, do not buy any expansion packs. They're too expensive when they're not on sale. And just play with the base game. And she played it almost every day for a few weeks, and that she hasn't touched it in months, right? So everybody kind of goes through that with this, or most people do, not everybody. But she's always been a horse person. We didn't have horses when I was growing up, but when she was younger, she used to train horses, and they were a bigger part of her life. And also, the Horse Ranch pack is set in the southwestern United States, such as the area of the Sonoran Desert, so-called Arizona, New Mexico, that type of area. And that happens to be where I am currently. That's where my mom has been living for the past 10 years. So for this year, I have been in the Sonoran Desert most of the year. And to see that that is what was being represented with this pack, and some of the indigenous culture of the Southwest, is just really cool. It's not the first thing I'm gonna get, but it's up there. Actually, I would probably get that before I would get Island Living, and yeah. So we'll do that. We'll put them more in an actual order, maybe. They just announced For Rent today. So let's talk about For Rent. I'm just gonna do that because I feel like the coolest thing about For Rent to me is the ability to have multi-family, like multiple households on one lot. Apartment buildings, but also condos, townhouses, duplexes, triplexes. That type of home is very common for the types of places that I've mostly lived in the past. To be able to put like a mother-in-law suite, or like have a guest house, or have the grandparents live there but not really live in the same spot, not really in the same household, but they're nearby on the same lot kind of thing. That I think is the best thing about this pack to me, having just heard about it today. So to me, it falls into family gameplay for that reason. Other than that, I could enjoy having it, but I don't know. Or honestly, I might not use it that much. I don't know. It's so new, we just heard about it, so who knows. But I'm just going to put it in the family gameplay category because the thing that would appeal to me about it is related to family gameplay. And that completes the expansion packs. So game packs, first one that came out was Outdoor Retreat. We've already got that up there in my list. The second one was Spa Day. Spa Day has gotten a refresh recently, but I feel like no, there's things about Spa Day that I do like. I like the wellness skill, I like the meditation, I like the yoga gameplay, I like the incense. So yeah, I could enjoy having that. I think especially because it got the refresh. Before that, I might have been like, I probably wouldn't use it that much. But there are specific elements of it, like having your Sims be able to meditate and use incense. Like that's very me. So yeah, I could enjoy having that. After Spa Day was Dine Out. I have played with Dine Out before. We got it like in a bundle with Get to Work, and that's how I kind of know. For me, I probably wouldn't use it that much. Not even just because of like how buggy it is, because I know there are mods for that, but just in general, it's not the kind of gameplay that I want to be doing a lot of the time, to have people like run restaurants or even necessarily to go out to eat at a restaurant. Again, maybe when I get more time in the game to actually play it. In general, maybe I'll get bored of the places that I can go and I don't want to go to a bar anymore. I want to go to an actual restaurant. And then at that point, maybe I'll want to get Dine Out. After that, it was Vampires, which we already have up there. After that was Parenthood. You know where that's going. That is going straight into when I get more into family gameplay. Sure, there's cool stuff about it. There's cool build mode things. But, yeah. After that, we had Jungle Adventure. Jungle Adventure looks so freaking fun. Actually, is that like more of a like it? Yeah. That looks so freaking fun. It might be one of the first other game packs that I would get beyond my like must-have game packs. Strangerville 2. Yeah. Strangerville I think is either right along there or I could enjoy having it. The build mode items are really cool. The world's fun. It's another desert world. Not much else to say about those. Realm of Magic was next, and we've already got that up there. Journey to Batu was next. I'm honestly just not that interested. If I had it, I probably wouldn't use it that much. I really don't think I would play it much at all. If I was really into Star Wars, though, absolutely. And like, I love when James uses it. I think it's really cool when it does get incorporated. There are some really cool items, but for me, it's just not the thing for me. I'm much more of a Star Trek fan than a Star Wars fan. Not that I don't like Star Wars, and I don't believe that you have to be one or the other, but like, if it was a Star Trek pack, it would probably be way up at the top for me, honestly. Dream Home Decorator, very cool. Could enjoy having it. I did play with it before. We did have it before. I don't think I would use the gameplay that much anymore, like once the novelty wore off, but a lot of the build mode things are really cool. I honestly don't know, though, if at this point it's actually an I wouldn't use it that much, but we're gonna put it at could enjoy having for now. After that, the next game pack was My Wedding Stories, which I'm also just not at all interested in at this time in my Sims life. Not only because it's super duper buggy, but I'm not trying to put a lot of gameplay specifically into weddings. That's just not what I'm doing. And then the most recent game pack that we got is Werewolves, which is already up there in my list. So now, stuff packs. The first stuff pack for The Sims 4 was Luxury Party. Luxury Party is the one that has like 7 things in it and the glowing cube. I'm not interested in that. That desperately needs a refresh and a reboot. Enough said. After that was Perfect Patio, which had the hot tub at the time, and its logo, in fact, is a hot tub. Now there is a base game hot tub. We all sort of know how people felt about that one. Let me see what's in this. Oh, there's like not a lot of CAS in this. Right, it's a stuff pack. We're in stuff packs. Oh, this is where the giant chess pieces and some of the hedges. The thing is, I do like patio things. And so I do build patios on my houses like all the time. So I'm going to say I could enjoy having that. After that, it was Cool Kitchen. I have had Cool Kitchen before because it came in the bundle it was a pre-selected bundle that was on sale years ago. It was Get to Work, Dine Out, and Cool Kitchen. So I have played with it, and I know that I enjoyed making ice cream, up to a point. But beyond that, probably not going to use it that much. So it's going to go right in here with like Dine Out. I feel like if you're a Dine Out player, then you want things like Cool Kitchen as well. Then they had Spooky Stuff, which we already have up there, it's not the best. It's not the best. After that, it was Movie Hangout, which I definitely could enjoy having that. I think it's really cool. I like the style of the build things, very colorful. And there's a popcorn machine. And honestly, I feel like I would use the popcorn machine more than I would use the ice cream machine. And that's also just who I am as a person. Romantic garden stuff, I feel like I wouldn't think about it, but I know that some of the things that I see people use in their builds a lot are from Romantic Garden. If I had it, I would use it, and that's why it's in could enjoy having instead of probably wouldn't use much, because if I had it already, I think I would use it. I think I would. After that, it was kids' room stuff, which is just going straight into maybe when I get more into family gameplay, because that's what that is. It is stuff for kids. If you want more stuff for your kids in The Sims, seems like a pretty good stuff pack to get, but I'm not bored with the amount of things that I already have for kids, because I haven't played enough to become bored with it. After that, it was backyard stuff, which backyard stuff has some fun things. We've got the slip and slide. What else is in here? Hummingbird feeder. Wind chimes? Is that wind chimes? I feel like I never... Oh my gosh, yeah, there's a bunch of wind chimes. I feel like I never see people use those. I think I would use the wind chimes quite a bit, because especially out here where I'm living now with my mom, everybody out here in the desert loves a wind chime. And they don't just have one wind chime. Oh no. They have like 12. I think for accurate building of like the kind of places that I've been seeing while I'm out here, the wind chimes are a cool item. It's a wall hanging wind chime instead of a ceiling hanging wind chime, so that's an interesting limitation. Could I enjoy I could enjoy having it. Apparently, so I also have a screenshot of the last time that I did this ranking earlier this year. Apparently last time I did this, I put that in probably wouldn't use it that much. But I had not looked back over what was actually in it, and now I have that perspective of like, I would use those wind chimes all the time. Would I buy this pack just for the wind chimes? No, that's not worth it. But the other gameplay stuff that's in it, like the slip and slide, like I would use it if I had it. No, I think I was right before though that I probably wouldn't use it that much. Like the slip and slide is such a huge item. Some basic patio furniture. There's a birdhouse? I don't think I've ever seen anyone use that. Yeah, I would use it. Alright, fine. I'm changing my mind from earlier this year. We've evolved. After that, it was vintage glamour. I kind of like vintage glamour. I think I would use that if I had it. But this is more of the cast is actually kind of appealing. Oh yeah, vintage glamour is where the globe bar item is from. And I do like some of the other items that come with build mode of vintage glamour. I love vintage glamour, like style just in general. So yeah, I would enjoy having that. I'm not going to put it all the way up and like it. Bowling night stuff, super specific, but I absolutely would use that. I love bowling. My partner loves bowling, so I would love to do that in The Sims. Not a top priority, but yes, I would enjoy playing with that. I know it's very specific, and a lot of people are just like, nah. Fitness stuff, however, I probably would not use it that much. Toddler stuff, maybe. When I get more into family gameplay. Laundry day stuff, I do like it. Would I use it? I could enjoy having it. I love the build style of it, honestly. The gameplay of the laundry is not so much the thing for me. I do like it for off the grid, like the fact that you can have the wash tub and you can have the drying line, but I also don't mind just not having to do laundry in my Sims game. I'm not at the point where I want that aspect of realism. But I like the cast and the build mode, like the style of it, I really enjoy. I would probably use those items more than I would use the actual gameplay features of Laundry Day. My first pet stuff, I'm going to go ahead and agree with James and also basically everybody that I'm not interested in that pack, and I don't like that it's DLC for DLC. That's what everybody else always says. Like, you have to have cats and dogs for most of the items in this to make sense. Not all of it. Like, you could still have a rodent, and the rodents have some fun gameplay, as well as a death. But, I'm just not that interested in it at this time. Moschino stuff, the best thing about Moschino, in my mind, is the additional photography gameplay. I would use that, I think. But if I'm really thinking about it, if the only thing about it that's appealing to me is the additional photography gameplay, would I actually use it that much? Yeah, I think for now, for this version of creating this tier list, I'm putting it at I probably wouldn't use it that much. After that was Tiny Living for stuff packs. We've already got that up there. Nifty Knitting, I enjoyed playing with. It's not a top priority for right now, though, but it was fun. I like the rocking chairs. I like the fact that you can actually wear things that you create. That's cool. I don't know if Plopsy is that big of a thing for me at this point, because I've seen so many people play with it and it just not work, that it's not as big of a draw for me at this time. But I like the basic gameplay of it, of just like having somebody, because I crochet in real life, so I like the idea of having somebody who's able to just sit there and craft things and then gift them, and people can actually wear them. Then we got Paranormal Stuff Pack, which is already up there, and then Home Chef Hustle. Home Chef Hustle is the kind of thing that the person that I used to share an account with, they would get it immediately, but for me it's going to go in this same, like, I probably wouldn't use it that much just because I'm not super into the kitchen. Wait a second though, wait a second. I have to remember, there's also a waffle maker and a pizza oven, and you can cook the things, like you can walk away and do other things while you do it. I actually, yeah, I'm changing that. It's not like Cool Kitchen to me. And there's some cute casts in here too. That's not why I would be getting it, but I do like some of the food themed items. And like, I don't know, I'm probably not gonna go out and like sell food items on a stand. But actually, if I'm thinking about this in terms of like creating Sims that are based on people in my real life, there are definitely people I know who are like that. This is them in a pack. And I like the waffle maker and the pizza oven, and I like that you can walk away from them and just come back and get them when they're done. And that was the most recent stuff pack. Kits. I'm definitely going to be putting timestamps in the description so that you can watch this in parts and just see what I think about each category and look at it overall at the end. But on the Sims game menu, it doesn't show the icons of these. They're not in order. I can already tell they're not in order because the first stuff pack was Throwback Fit. Well, it was the first three. It was Throwback Fit, Country Kitchen, and Bust the Dust. Okay, well, I can click into it and see the icons. So I know these first couple, though. Throwback Fit. I probably wouldn't use it that much, just like fitness stuff. But actually, I do really like the style of Throwback Fit. If I was gonna have any fitness specific clothing, I like the style of Throwback Fit. Realistically, I'm not spending any money on kits anytime soon, but you'll see there are a few that, like, if I were going to, I do have some favorites. Throwback Fit's just not one of them. Country Kitchen, I like. I think I would use that. I think we'll put that in like it. Bust the Dust is an interesting concept, but I feel like no. And it's weird that they didn't include brooms. I like the Dust Bunnies gameplay of it, but that's about it. Then we had Courtyard Oasis, which honestly is beautiful, and I could enjoy having that. I think I would play with that. I would build some lovely things with that because it's very beautiful. It's very fun. Then next was Fashion Street, which icon was it? Okay, Fashion Street is this one right here. I think I probably wouldn't use it that much at this time. Then it was Industrial Loft, which is the one with the gear. I could enjoy having it. It has some good style to it, but also like honestly, any of the kits, most of the kits could just be like, I'm not interested, because I'm not interested in kits in general. Ancient Arrivals was the boots. Again, it's got some cute stuff. I probably just would not use it that much. There we go. Modern Menswear is this guy. I'm interested in the concept of the Modern Menswear kit. However, the stuff that actually came with it, I'm not really interested in. I'd like to see them do something different along those lines. Blooming Rooms, such a good concept, and yet, which one is it? It's the one with the potted plant. Such a good concept, because like people always wanted more plants, but the plants that came with it are not all that usable. There's a couple really cool pieces that I definitely would use, but there's also a lot of pieces that are like too specific, so I probably wouldn't use it all that much, even though I do like it. If I had it, I would use it. Yeah, but not that worried about having it. Carnival Streetwear, however, that's our one with the feather mask here. I like that. I would definitely use that. I'm actually going to put it all the way up in Like It, which I think is different than how I ranked it before. But I really like some of the pieces in this. Decor to the max. That's the little peacock icon. I like it. I like the concept of it, but I probably wouldn't use it that much. Moonlight Chic. I feel like I don't remember much about this. Probably wouldn't use it that much. Not interested. I don't know. Some of these could go either way. Like I don't think I'm really that interested in that one. I like the cultural aspects of some of them, and so for that reason I might want it, but it's like kits are too expensive for what they are. Little campers, so cute. Definitely things in there that I would use, but it is absolutely a maybe when I get more into family gameplay. But at the same time, I feel like there are little things in there that I would use now, even though I'm not, like, I would use some of these items before, yeah, like there's swings. That might be and could enjoy having. Like, I would even maybe get that before I felt specifically like I was into family gameplay, but it is very much like a family gameplay type vibe, so. After that, it was first fits. That's going right into family gameplay. Desert Lux was free for a little bit before they made the base game free, but I had not made my new account yet. I would rather just wait and get the base game for free. I would use the Desert Lux items for sure, and that's this guy. I would use the Desert Lux items, especially since, like I said, I've been living in the desert, and I kind of like building in Oasis Springs, and then if I get Horse Ranch, that's like the southwestern desert vibe, so having Desert Lux kind of plays right into that, especially like the outdoor fireplaces are really cool. After that, we had Pastel Pop, which is Plumbella's pack, and so therefore, I feel like if I was going to get any pack, I would get Pastel Pop first. But definitely I'm going to put it under Like It, and I'm going to put it in front of the other ones that I like, because I really like it, and I really like Plumbella. After that was Everyday Clutter, which is this one, which is cool to have. I could enjoy having it, but I'm not gonna go and buy it right now. After that was Symptomates, which is the same thing. Not a huge priority, but I could enjoy it if I had it. I like having my Sims wear cute underwear and have different types of things on. Bathroom Clutter, which is the little toothpaste. I very likely would use that if I had it. Greenhouse was after that. The Greenhouse Haven is, in my opinion, I would use it more than Blooming Rooms, so that's going up there. Actually, Greenhouse is one of my favorite ones because of the greenhouse, the screen items, to be able to make screened-in patios. Those have been a part of so many places that I've lived, that friends have lived, so many places that I've been and hung out over the years. I really love the screened-in patio vibe. I absolutely would do that before just filling my house with a bunch of potted plants. After that, okay, the next few are very cool to me, actually. Basement Treasures is super fun. I could enjoy having that one for sure. I think it's a great concept. Grunge Revival literally has some items that are things that I own. Specifically, the item with multiple necklace chokers. I don't have that many of them on today, but I always have like multiple layered necklaces and chokers. So when I saw that item, I was like, that item was made for me. And after that was Book Nook. I love the stacking books. I love the cute little sort of trays with books and other things. Yes, there's plenty of other bookshelves for me to play with at the moment, because like I said, I'm not sick of all of the things yet, because I haven't built enough to be sick of them yet. But of the kits, Book Nook is one that is closer to my vibe. And then after that, the most recent two that we got, I honestly, like, I don't even know if I've watched people's videos about these yet, because I, like, don't... Oh yeah, I saw somebody talking about Poolside Splash, because there's a couple of items that have the pool floaty ring attached to the outfit, and that's a little weird. I'm gonna say I probably wouldn't use it that much at this time. And then Modern Lux is the newest one. I don't really remember much about this, so let me look. Is that a record player? Okay, the record player is cool. Is that a gameplay object? I need to go back and watch people say, oh, the vanity table. Okay, so the record player and the vanity table are the two things that catch my eye there, but otherwise, not so worried about it. You know, and in reality, like I said too, like these could go down here. This, like, so many of these could probably actually go down here. These are kind of interchangeable for me. Sorry, I just noticed you couldn't see what I was doing there with the last couple of rows. But that is finally everything, and my goodness, it takes a long time to get through those, especially with me talking about every single one, so I am going to edit this down, and I will also put timestamps. But yeah, not super big on the kits. But the ones that I'm the most interested in, definitely Pastel Pop, Carnival Streetwear, and Greenhouse, actually more than Country Kitchen. Grunge, because I would definitely, like, okay, here's the thing about me. I just want everything to be Halloween and rainbows. So, like, I'm, like, basic black with rainbows. That's it. So, like, Carnival Streetwear with the amount of colorful, rainbow, shiny, and then also, like, grunge. And then if we get the goth kit that was in the vote a while ago that we did, we're supposed to get, like, goth stuff. I think that's the one that won the vote. That was a really difficult vote for me because we were choosing between rainbow and goth, which are just my two main things. That's my two main styles. So I went with goth because other than vampires, there's not a lot of that already in the game, whereas we do have a lot of colorful and pastel and bright things. So that's where I am with that. But definitely Carnival Streetwear and grunge, I think I would use those a lot. I think I might get Parenthood before I get any of the other things that are kind of in my family gameplay category, because Parenthood I feel like adds a lot. Honestly, Happy Campers kit is really cute. I'd probably get that pretty early as well. I'd get that before I got those, probably. I don't know about these. I'm not really putting these in order. Oh, I don't know. That's an order. A lot of these kits that are in the bottom two rows are kind of interchangeable. Like, I'm not that interested in how some of these are currently, but it's not that I'm not interested in the concept of them. It's just the stuff that's actually in them for me right now is not. It's definitely like the lowest level of priority compared to, like, if I had the money to buy all the things, just in what order would I choose to get them? So yeah, that is my tier list of all of the things that are currently either available or just announced today from when I'm recording this for The Sims 4. So my style is very much like magical nature. Eco Witch Tiny House really says a lot right there. Like, that's one of my favorite builds that I made with my previous account. I don't remember if it ever got put on the gallery or anything, but like I said, I did save my game files from when I had all those. So, well, thanks so much for watching this. I'm gonna get to editing it maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. So you'll see this not right away. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it taught you a little bit about this brain and where my Sims 4 gameplay is likely to be coming from. I hope it kind of gives you some context and sets you up for that, because it's not gonna be all this stuff. I can tell you that. Just gonna kind of do whatever, but I'm gonna play with occult Sims for sure, and animals. We're gonna go camping with werewolves and farm with spellcasters and who knows what else. Right now we are base game only, so I will see you next time. Also, so you know, my account is CuteWitch772 on EA, so my gallery stuff will be under my main channel username, and that's also my Instagram username. So I'm CuteWitch772 everywhere other than this second channel, which is CarMiaWitch. And I have always used the hashtag CuteWitchSims and CuteWitchBuilds. And I did that even with the previous account that I was sharing. So you can find the things I've put on the gallery using those hashtags, even if it was the previous account. But I think something that I want to do is actually download some of those things and renovate them a little bit and put the renovated versions up on the gallery under CuteWitch772. So that'll be one way to kind of bring in the things that I had on the old gallery account, but make them connected to my account so that it's easier to find. So thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Until then, don't forget to be awesome. Blessed be. Goodbye.